Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So into the previous video, we were just actually seeing out that how you can insert out the values into the table which we had already made out, right? So the table, this was a table which we had made out. The name for that was particularly that was employee, and it was consisting of in total three columns. First of all, that was employee ID. We were having employee name and even the employee work. So the name and work, these two were the strings. So that is why the reason I had taken here the var as my data type, right? And if I talk about the ID, so that ID one was the integer here because yeah, IDs are an integer 1, 2, 3 for some integer values. So that was the reason that here I had taken the integer as for the data type. Right, then we had just gone through the various stuffs here. All of those things I must be clear to you. Then we were trying to insert out the values into this particular table which we had made out. Right, so the procedure was, I would just not explain the procedure. I would again give you an example for that how we will be able to do out this particular thing. Right, so I would just simply write out here insert, and after that insert comes my into function. So insert into, and what's my table name in which I want to insert all of these things? So that is employee for me, right? And what about the columns which I'm having into this particular table? So the first one is my employee underscore ID. Then I am having employee name. After that, I was even having the work of the employee, that was employee work. And at last, I was having the email one, right? These were the columns which we were having into our employee table, right? Coming to the new line, I would be now using here the values. Values is basically my value that now what are the values that you are going to give to these particular columns which are actually entered out here, right? So, okay, the ID would be 3, let's say, name would be, let's say, Mohan, and then let's say what is the job. So let's say job, I would just again put on some same, that is the software engineer, let's say, that is okay, that is ENGIEENER. Okay, after that, what was the next thing? Next one was my email ID. So that I could just simply put out here that simply I could just write out mohan@gmail.com. Right, this is the one other thing which I could put, and now it's the time for running that out. So for running, what we do, if we just want to run out any particular query, so in that case, we just simply select out that particular portion and just click on this run button, right? Okay. Check the manual. Okay, you have any error in this SQL? Okay, let's check out what's the error that we had made. Okay, the bracket isn't closed and even the semicolon is also missing out. Fine. Let's again select out these two lines and now run it out. Fine. So now basically it ran. Okay, now these are executed. Let me show you as well. So yeah, check out this last one that is present out here. This is one for the Mohan and the software engineer and all those things, right? So that one is actually executed out. I would copy out these things here, and I just want to give it some more value so that whatever the operations I am planning, I could just actually perform them out, right? So let's see that what are the changes that we need to make out here. So okay, after 2, 3, okay, here it would be 4 for me, and down to this would be 5. Okay. Okay, let's say we just want to put out some name as well. So name I will be putting out, let's say name is Ria. Work is, let's say that is okay, that is, let's say, data analyst. Okay, and email ID would be, let's say name is Ria, so that would be ria@gmail.com. Same thing applies for the ID number 5. Some name to be given out here, let's say give it as okay, let's give it as Rohan. And what about the employer? So okay, what is the work that this particular person is doing? So for that I would be giving out here as a business analyst. Once we have given this, right? Yes, business analyst, and here comes the analyst. Now you must be wondering that why I am giving out the same values here and why I am making out all of these things, because in the further things I just want to execute out some queries. that are belonging to these things. So that's the reason that I'm importing out and putting out some more values into this particular case. And one more time I'll be putting out these two values. After that, we'll be proceeding on for the further queries. Right, this 5 is completed. Here comes the 6. And okay, just let me come down. Right. And okay, first let me just take out the selected statement downside. And here comes the 7. Right. Okay, so giving out some name, let's say name is Mira, software engineer, let that be. And let's make it to Mira, right? Fine. Next name I just want to give out here, I would be just giving out, let's say some name as, okay, let's give out some girl's name as well. Let's give it as Sita. And so instead of software engineer, now I'm just putting out here the data. What was that? Data analyst, I guess, right? That was analyst. So yeah, here analyst, and giving out again the email ID. So here comes the name of the site. Fine. Now what I'll be just doing is that I would just select all of these queries at one time and I would just try to execute all of them. Right. So if any one of them have been left out here, so all of them will be executed at one single go. So till here I had selected and click on this execute. Right. So yeah, all of them have been now executed for me at this point. Okay, after this 3, only 7th one is okay. I just need to execute them manually. It would not work like this, right? Let's do it for the number 4th. Let's run that out. Okay, Ria has been done. Let's now do it for number 5. Okay, yeah, number 5 as well. Okay, so that is still executing, I guess. Yeah, it's been executed now. After that, let's come down and take it for the number 6 here. So, and execute it at this particular place. So, fine, 6 has been again executed. And now it's at our last time for the 7th one. So, selecting out the 7th one and executing that out as well. Right, all of them have been executed. Now, if I run out this particular statement which we have written out, select employer name from employee. If I run that out, see, what are the employee names that I'm getting? I'm getting Arun, Seema, Mohan, then Sita, Ria, Rohan, Meera, and Sita. Now, why I am getting this Mohan 2 times? Because this particular statement has been, I guess, has been executed 2 times, right? So this is the reason I'm getting it 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? Okay, Sita is as well executed 2 times. So that is the reason I am getting it 2 times right here, okay? So this is the reason for getting the things 2 times. Fine. What I would just do is that is okay. Let's say I just want the employee name. I want the, let's say I just want the, let's say, email as well. Right. So I would just put on email here. Again, I'm putting out a comma, and I would be running this at this particular place. Now just have a look that, see, email has came here and employee name is here. One another thing is there, you could just simply take out the column and put it like this. So this would be changed. First email would come, then employee name. Like this, you can just perform out these things here at this particular place, right? That is done. Now, what is the case when I just want to select out the whole table? I just want to check out the whole table which I'm having, the all the columns or the rows at one single go. So in that case, we just use out the select statement with the asterisk sign. Okay, we just put out this asterisk sign. We just write select asterisk from and my table name. So that table for name for me is employee, right? So in that case, select asterisk from employee. This is the statement which would help me to get out all the details of the rows and all the rows, all the columns at one single time. This is the command, you can say it is used out, right? I would just run this out here and let me just maximize out the things here. Fine. So just have a look that we had made out 4 columns. The first one was my employee ID, second one was my employee name, third one was my employee work, and fourth one was my email. Right, all those 4 I'm getting out here. Now just one thing to mention at this particular place, that some things are being repetitive here, right? So we would figure that thing afterwards, not right here, but we'll be removing out the duplicates in the further videos, right? So just for now, just do not worry about these things that these are coming duplicated. So how to remove that, we'll be covering that in a short while. Fine. Okay, other than that, we're having employee ID, employee name, employee book, and the email. Now you could just adjust these columns according to your need as well. See, these are adjusted, right? First, this employee name was coming, but as soon as I had taken this particular column at this place, so now again that employee book is coming. So you could just take this and arrange it according to your needs, whatever you are just in a need. So I just told you regarding two selector statements here. Sorry for that. Two selector statements. First one was this statement. This statement is used whenever you are having particular condition that okay, you just want to get out the data for only this column or only that column, right? This is the condition that you apply out. And when you do not have any particular condition like that, that you just want it for this column or for that column, you just want to check out your whole table, whatever the rows and whatever the columns are there, you just want to check out all of them. So that is the case where you just use out this asterisk sign, right? Hope you are now very much clear whatever I just conveyed to you regarding these two selector statements, right? So we'll be seeing about some more conditions in the further videos. So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.